Hey everyone, welcome to the second edition of Doc Society Entertainment Talk Live. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of things, including films that are coming and also films from the past. We'll also be talking a lot about professional wrestling, some upcoming titles in the movie market, some video games, and a whole mess of other things. Also, we're going to have some special reports of some news that are going on in the entertainment world as well. To kick things off, I want to talk a little bit about something that hit the web yesterday and also is going on in the news as the days go on, and that is the upcoming Texas Chainsaw Massacre prequel, directed by Julian Murray and Alexandra Costello. It's from Millennium Films that have put out this picture. They have signed EastEnders star Sam Strike to play young Leatherface, or they're conversing with him to do so. I do like the principle of the Texas Chainsaw going back to being a prequel to the original 1970s hit. But the one thing I do want to note is that if they have Grandpa involved, I mean, no one can play Grandpa than John Dugan. John Dugan is always going to be Grandpa in Texas Chainsaw films. In my opinion anyway, and I'm sure a lot of other people, he was the original Grandpa from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He also reprised the role in the last Texas Chainsaw 3D, which was really good, and a lot of people differed on opinion on that. I really enjoyed it. And I think, in my opinion, he should get his own film made of his character being Grandpa, as not like he was in the first one, but showing how Grandpa in his younger days was raised and how the clan would begin. I mean, without Grandpa, there would be no Leatherface. So there you go, John. There's some cheap pops up for you, some free advertisement, but I stand by that, which John is truly the greatest Grandpa in Texas Chainsaw films. Also, the 1982 slasher film, Madman, is finally getting a release on Blu-ray. It comes out May 12th. It has 2 discs, and I mean, there's so much special promotional stuff involved in this. I mean, you get 2 discs of its 4K restoration. You also get a 91-minute documentary on the making of Madman, cast and crew interviews, commentary, TV spots, trailers. I mean, it's a must-have. For those of you who have never seen Madman before, it is an 82 slasher. It's based upon a guy that killed his family. They supposed to have hung him. They went down and they found out his body wasn't there, and it became more like an urban legend. He would haunt the campgrounds and locals, and it was a really good film. I'm happy to see this finally getting a Blu-ray release. It's already been released on DVD, and it's very hard to come by. I mean, they're really expensive on Amazon and those sites. But if you go ahead onto Amazon now and you pre-order your Madman, you'll only be paying $22, and it comes out May 12th. And it's really, really a good buy. Also in movie reviews, Barbarian Sound Studio. It's a film that I checked out yesterday. You can see it on Netflix or Amazon. You can also purchase it. In my opinion, it was a very well done title. Creepy atmosphere, good acting, and very dark in tradition. It's like a Stanley Kubrick type film. I mean, I give this 5 stars, and it's been, I mean, to me, it was really entertaining, really enjoyable. And going over to our game reviews, video games, if you're into any video games, which Don is really much of a gamer, if he's not out writing films or wrestling or anything like that. I mean, I sit home and enjoy a good video game. There's a couple of them on the list today. Resident Evil Revelations Part 2. It's a very good game so far. It comes on episodics. I mean, the episodes are coming out once a week. Today, episode 3 is released. And I'm looking forward to playing that. I haven't played it yet, but I played episode 1 and 2, and it's really enjoyable. There's a lot of, if you like the Resident Evil films, well, actually, yes, the films and the games, there's a lot of tension built up. But actually, I think this Revelations is actually better than the original Resident Evil Revelations Part 1 that was released on Xbox 360 and also on PlayStation 3 a little over a year ago. So it's pretty worth going in. It's $5.99 to download. So if you're into games and you like Resident Evil, just catch up on the episodes. And I mean, it's really reasonable. There's a disc version coming out later on this month. That should go for like $24.99. Also, if you like survival horror, which is one of my favorites, you have the add-on to The Evil Within called The Assignment that was released today. It's a pretty big add-on. play the Evil Within. I highly recommend it. I'm right now downloading this add-on, so I'll be playing that tonight, and I'm really excited to. But the Evil Within is created by the Resident Evil person that created Resident Evil. But please don't ask me to pronounce his name because I can't. I don't. All those Japanese names, they're hard for me to pronounce. Bad enough I have a Boston accent, and people can't understand me anyway. Anyway, also if you like Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar Games released The Heist, which is for Grand Theft Auto Online, which that looks really promising. That there's a big download. Also, I heard it's 3 hours per mission to play the whole thing through. It's over 20 hours. And if you have Grand Theft Auto Part 5, it is a free download, I believe. I haven't paid anything for it, download for free. So either I'm privileged or everybody gets it for free. But after all, I am the Don, so maybe I'm just privileged. Also, if you want to check out us on Saturday night at 11 p.m., we're going to have Dark Society Entertainment Talk Live gameplay Saturday, which will be all about the video games to all you nerds out there. I mean, I'm a nerd myself, so don't take offense to that. It'll be co-hosted by Daniel Ocean, who works for Dark Society Entertainment and doing the video games that will be coming forth from Dark Society Entertainment. Yes, we're also dabbling in that as well. So please tune in on Saturdays for Dark Society Entertainment Talk Live gameplay Saturday. So as we go all talking about Madman, here's a special listen to the old 1982 trailer of Madman.
Many strange things happen around here. He was a farmer, wife and 2 children, who used to live in that old house behind those trees. For no apparent reason, went stark, raving mad. He walked into his bedroom. The bodies of his wife and children have never been found. And if he hears you call his name, he'll come for you. Come and get us, madman!
Well, Madman, 1982. Great slasher, once I said earlier on this broadcast. It'll be coming on Blu-ray on May 12th. So go ahead and put your pre-orders in. $22.99 over at Amazon. You won't miss it. It's going to be hard to find once they sell a pretty period of time. Also, we're going to go to wrestling news. For those wrestling fans out there, yours truly, the Don, was a professional wrestling manager, or still is in the indie circuits. Great Southern Championship Wrestling, to be exact. Anyway, TNA star Samoan Joe. It looks like that is a good possibility. He is heading over to the WWE sometime in April after WrestleMania. So that's some good upcoming news. Samoan Joe, to me, was one of the great talents of TNA. And I would like to see a Samoa Joe versus Rusev match in the future. I mean, I think those two sized up pretty well and could put on a good match. Former WWE star Great Khali is looking to a return into the WWE ring. He was released not too long ago, I guess because of his injury or such, but he's cleared to wrestle again. So hopefully we might see him in the future. If they're marketing him well, I think he'll go a long way. I mean, that's the whole key of it, is marketing him. I mean, if you haven't seen Giant Khali, he's a huge, huge guy. I think he'll go. I think they could really work with his story a little bit. He was also in some feature films. I think if he was in Get Smart, the Steve Carell remake of the TV series, he was in that for a period of time near the ending. But I mean, he's a great actor, a lot of fun, so great call. We hope he returns. WWE superstar Sheamus has current plans on a return as well. You notice on Raw and SmackDown, they've been going ahead and advertising his return. He's been aiming at WrestleMania to make that happen. At the caliber of what they're talking about, it might possibly be in the Intercontinental Ladder match or annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And I also found out tonight, your talk, that after this year's Hall of Fame, they were going to originally induct a really good friend of the living legend Larry Zbyszko into the Hall of Fame, but decided that they were going to induct Kevin Nash, and they're going to hold off on Larry Zbyszko for a couple of years. But they might have a change of plan, to which Kevin Nash will still probably get inducted, but they might still induct Zbyszko this year. So keep an eye out for that happening. It'd be great if he does. Zbyszko, I know him for a while. Really good guy, and he really deserves that. Now in a special segment of not necessarily the 1-minute special report for Tuesday, March 10th, 2015. Here's some news bulletins that have been going around the world. First one is the Real Magic Company is going to be selling underwear patches that make your farts smell like mint. Yes, you heard me correct. Your farts will smell like mint with these underwear patches by Real Magic. In the BBC News, they found a new breed of giant apes in the DR Congo. Yep, the giant apes were wandering around. They discovered them, but when later the researchers, when they were looking into what they have found, they only found out that it was Kim Kardashian and Kanye West vacationing. So, in independent news, a bottle of wine that was dug out of a U.S. Civil War shipwreck, they say doesn't look or taste good. I mean, no shit. What do you expect? It's been in a U.S. Civil War warship. It was a shipwreck. I mean, you're grabbing it and you're going to smell it and taste it. I mean, because of them drinking it, that might start a new plague. But anyway, that is your special bulletin and not necessarily the 1-minute news. Let's go on to some other great things. Now, it's sad to say that there was a passing today of another Hollywood icon, a person that helped pave the way for a lot of the family shows and comedy shows back in the day of the 80s, and also probably in the early 90s. Jenna McMahon, co-creator of Facts of Life and Mama's Family, passed away today. She was 89 years old. A lot of her shows I grew up watching, especially Mama's Family, and Facts of Life, that was more of a girly show. I'm the Don. I can't sit down there watching that. But anyway, another good news is Chuck Norris's birthday. Yep, the old Chuckster has turned 75 years old today. I bet if you could someone call him the old Chuckster, he'll kick their ass. But anyway, Chuck Norris is 75 years old today. Any of you in Hollywood, Chuck Norris, ask him to drop kick. Tim Burton will be directing a live version of Dumbo. It will mix CGI and live action, bring the story to life. If anybody can bring that to life, I think it will be Tim Burton. The man is truly gifted and talented, and a lot of his work. I'm a big fan of Dark Shadows, Beetlejuice. And speaking of Beetlejuice, there's also a sequel of that coming out. And if I understand correctly, the cast members so far, Winona Ryder, Michael Keegan, have all agreed to be back in it. So looking forward to that as well. And back to the horror topics, Rob Zombie's 31 has started shooting, and Malcolm McDowell has been casted as Father Murder, the owner of the Murder World. I think this is going to be great for Rob Zombie fans. I'm, for one, as a Rob Zombie fan. I did like Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses. Halloween, the original was good. The second one, a lot of people don't like. Me, I liked it if you can have an open mind going into it. So I'm looking forward to Rob Zombie's 31. I'm sure a lot of you out there are. So good news, Malcolm McDowell is back involved in Rob Zombie picture, and it's going to be great. And according to DreadCenter.com, Simon West is talking on making a remake of the original of The Blob. But this time he must have given the gooey outer space booger some leg. So this is going to be interesting to see. I'm not going to go ahead and I'm not going to down that at all. it actually might be something interesting. So, and some other good news out there in the world, as I talked to you yesterday about in our show, we will, Doc Society Pictures is going to, Doc Society Entertainment is going to be releasing some pictures coming up soon. We'll be working on in June. How to Host the Motion Picture is going to feature a handful of great horror hosts out there, and also a good handful of actors and a big group of monsters. So that's something that's starting off in June. Then you have Sins of the Father. It is going to be taking off shortly after. And also there's going to be some in-between projects as well. Now, Doc Society Entertainment is going to be starting also, coming up, I'm saying hopefully, they've been working on this for a while, but hopefully this month we'll have a bigger handle on things with Doc Society channel, which is going to be streaming on Roku, Amazon, and such. It's, if you have a local box, it'll be a channel you just turn on, and you can stream through Doc Society Entertainment pictures. Motion pictures that be made for the channel itself, exclusives. And also you can check out me on all the Dawn of the Dead shows. Season 7 is going to be starting up. So you can catch me on from season 1. And I truly enjoy the horror host part of it all, and I think you're going to enjoy the show as well. Also, Great Southern Championship Wrestling will be returning back to the Carolinas on April the 25th. Our matches will be Mike Williams, Picture Perfect Mike Williams, who takes on Frank Parker. You could also see Lee Valiant taking on Daniel Ocean. Now, myself and Ocean have had little problems in the past, but we put them aside for us. It's business now. Been past 10 years. So we'll be seeing them two in Great Southern Championship Wrestling. Also, you'll be seeing the 600-pound monster, Dangerous Donnie, as he takes on 5 men at once. So, and that's going to be in the wrestling, just to clarify that. Now, also, if you're the WWE Legends, back when it was WWF, you'll be seeing the bully Nick Busick. He will be attending April 25th. And you'll be also seeing Outlaw Von Bass. If those of you wrestling fans remember, Outlaw Von Bass has had a good feud over in the WWF back in the early 80s, early 90s with Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Those are some great days of wrestling. So they'll be going on the scene, and you'll be seeing them on April 25th as well. Now, to switch gears and go back to Horror Host, the motion picture, we have signed a couple of good actors, and there's one actress that we're in talk with now. We're not going to mention her name, but she's going to probably be on board. So we're looking forward to hearing news on that. So far, we have like Glenn McCurry, who's going to be involved. Glenn's been in a lot of motion pictures in the indie circuit. Really good actor, really talented. And also the beautiful Shannon Stoken. Shannon Stocken. She's going to probably kill me now. But anyway, this young lady is so talented. I mean, she's gifted. She's been in a lot of indies, going to be involved with this. We also are going to have involved, is Lee Valiant will be involved in the film as well, coming from the professional wrestling world. Now, Lee is going to be more or less work with a paranormal team, and I think it's going to be a good debut with him in the film world. And also a lot of debuts are being done in this film as well. It's going to be a very fun film. To give you a little principal scenario about this, you're going to have a group of paranormal researchers that break down in front of a house that's inhabited by a bunch of horror hosts, and also around surrounding areas, some of the little monsters like Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Mummy, and Dracula, and a lot of other ghouls and ghosts to make their appearances as well. So Horror Host the Motion Picture is going to be a good project starting off in June, hopefully for a Halloween release on some theatrical and aiming mostly towards DVD, Blu-ray. And it's all brought to you by Doc Society Entertainment, who is bringing you this year's show, Doc Society Entertainment Talk Live. And we'll be bringing you a lot of other things. Now, in other news, as the show goes on, probably within 2 weeks, we're going to be going more to an hour slot per day. Our shows are Monday through Friday at 11 p.m. is a 30-minute segment until the 2-week time kicks into the hour time slot. And we're going to have some special guests. A lot of special guests that we're talking about will be Lynn Lowry, who was scheduled actually to be involved with our show on Wednesday, tomorrow, but she couldn't make it because of another film that she's working on. Christian Hansen, director of Sledge, will be on our show. He'll be discussing the upcoming feature of Sledge 2, and also promoting Sledge 1 being given official release on Blu-ray and DVD, which is really exciting. We'll also have Glenn McCurry and Shannon Stokey on the site to go ahead and talk about their films of past. Also, Martin Lomax has been agreed to come on and do a show. If you don't know Martin, which is probably not his real name, Martin was the Little Gentleman and the Human Centipede, Part 2. I'm looking forward to that. Big fan of his. It's going to be great. There's a lot of things to look forward to with Doc Society Entertainment Talk Live. And if, like I say, to recap what we talked about today, some good movies coming out. Texas Chainsaw, the prequel will be coming out. They're in the makings now. You also have Rob Zombie's 31. You also have Poltergeist, which will be making its release in July at the big screen. I remember going to the movies to see the original Poltergeist. I really think this year remake is going to live up to what that originally was. I was skeptical at first. I was saying, another remake. This is going to be terrible. It's going to be PG-13. But to be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to it. The trailer really did justice to it, and it does of the original Toby Hooper class. So I'm looking forward to that. So that is going to be a good one. Also, as I said earlier, Madman getting an official release, so make sure you buy that up. Amazon, I saw it as $22.99. And also Simon West in talks about doing the remake again to the Blob. But this time with some difference that's going to be made into the film. They're speculating on the Blob having legs, but I mean, anything's possible in the world of horror. I mean, you have to have an open mind about everything, so I think they're going to do a good job with it. Also, we're giving up to other independent horror films. I am looking forward to Shane Michaels' Marshall Family, which he's still in the works on that. I'm giving a good shout-out to Shane Bull. It has a good potential, and if those of you go to the Marshall Family's website, look it up. I mean, there's some great merchandise on there, and I'm looking forward to that film. Dan Hudson has a new werewolf film that he's been working on, and that's going to be great. So those of you who know Dan Hudson, just go ahead and look him up. He's also going to be attached to Harbor Host of Motion Picture. He's going to be the cinematographer, and it'll be great working with him. But he has a great project at hand, which I'm really excited to hear more about. Now, as we talked about earlier with Madman being released, now Madman also had, to me, one of the most crappiest music segments in the middle of the film. They showed a whirlpool scene. Not to play with the whirlpool scene, the guy in the whirlpool, and this music played, and it was awful. I mean, it was so bad that I had to throw it. I mean, but whenever you look back on those days of the 80s and you know something that awful, it becomes so good. It becomes something that you just cannot hold back. So, in closing of our show tonight, I am going to play you that music from Madman in that tub scene. I think it's going to be a good lead into our show. And anyway, for all of you at Docs Entertainment, you guys have a great night. This is the Dawn of the Dead saying thank you for joining our show.